Islamic terrorists storming an upscale shopping mall and telling all of the Muslims in the crowd to get out, and then shooting at anyone who was not a Muslim.
What's happening? George!
See, the person with the cell phone runs in to barricade themselves inside that door. You hear other people calling out for people that they were probably shopping with, trying to figure out where they were. At least 68 people were killed in this, hundreds more hurt, and an unknown number of people are still being held hostages at this hour. And that's where we start this morning. I'm Martha McCallum.
I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning at home. That smoke continues to pour out of the shopping center, a place where Kenyans and Westerners, tourists, they all shop there. As the military conducts a raid, the operation continues, and we talked with a reporter on the ground in Nairobi last hour. He said the people inside were asked some questions before the attack happened.
We understand that the gunmen were demanding that people reveal information about whether or not they are Muslim, and if they said they were Muslim, they would maybe have to pass a test. For example, they might be asked a question like, what is the name of the Prophet's mother? And if you didn't know the answer, then you could be killed execution style.
Right, and Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Harris joins us now live from Washington. So, Catherine, analyzing this, what makes this attack different?
Well, Martha, good morning. There are two elements that stand out. First, the eyewitness reports that the terrorists were targeting non-Muslims, and the one way they apparently differentiated between victims, those who could not recite an Islamic prayer or speak Arabic, were reportedly shot dead. And the second, according to federal law enforcement sources, is that it is a complex attack involving about a dozen assailants who attacked the mall in two waves. The ranking member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee telling Fox News that the attack appears to be in retaliation for the Kenyan government's recent deployment of troops to Somalia.
They are particularly annoyed at the Kenyan government because they've been cooperating with the West, cooperating with anti-terrorism efforts, and part of the peacekeeping force in Somalia from the African Union. And so this is a way, obviously, of trying to get back at them. Terror, pure and simple, and they won't succeed.
This attack is outside the normal scope of operations by the al-Qaeda affiliate known as al-Shabaab, which has claimed responsibility for the attack, though it hasn't been independently confirmed. This group, Shabaab, is more commonly associated with suicide bombings near the border of Somalia. Martha.
And a lot of questions about who is involved in this, where these attackers come from, and even potentially from the United States.
Well, that's right. Federal law enforcement sources also confirming that the FBI and the intelligence community are, quote, aggressively drilling down on the alleged Shabaab members and whether they are American citizens. This includes the scrubbing of travel records. The group released on its Twitter page a list of alleged attackers. About half of those listed came from Western countries, including the U.S., Canada, and Great Britain. The FBI confirming the Bureau has an open investigation in the Minneapolis area to see if any of the names are authentic. We do not know if the names are true or whether that Twitter feed is authentic as well. Shabaab's site went offline immediately after those names were posted. Federal law enforcement sources also say the Nairobi attack bears striking similarities to the 2008 terrorist attack in Mumbai, India, which also apparently relied on heavily armed assailants with cell phones for coordination, Martha.
Yeah, very interesting parallel there. Catherine, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You know, this part of Africa, unfortunately, has been growing as a hotbed for terror. 2010, al-Shabaab claiming responsibility for multiple blasts in Kampala, Uganda. They were watching a World Cup soccer match that night. 76 people killed as a result in Kampala. November 2002, militants bombed an Israeli-owned luxury hotel near Mombasa in Kenya, killing 13. And, of course, August of 1998, al-Qaeda operatives set off explosives at the U.S. embassies in Kenya and in Tanzania on the same day. 224 killed, including 12 Americans then from 1998.